Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm back again with a completely different type of deck tech. So, as some of you know, if you follow me on Twitch, you know that when you come and follow me on Twitch, you get access to my private Discord channel. If you're not following me on Twitch, why not? Come and follow me on Twitch and you'll get access as well. It's where we spend all our time talking about Commander and drafting and sorting things out and where this today's deck tech came from. So, Discord. Every so often on the stream, I do challenges. I set challenges for the people who I'm playing against and my followers and so on and so forth. A while back, there was a 10 ticket challenge. You couldn't have a deck on MTGO that cost more than 10 tickets to build. It had to be a commander deck. We've done a no sorceries, no instance challenge, so everything's got to be a permanent, which it didn't go down too well. Well, not so it did go down too well, it's just a little bit, ooh. So, we decided, we had a chat on the stream the other night while I talked and read the comments people were putting in. And we went through the fact of, okay, let's see if we can come up with some new challenges. So I listed about 10, if I remember correctly, on the Discord channel. And the one that came up is this one today. So, without further ado, here's the commander I'm using to try and make this work. So it's going to be Saskia, the Unyielding. And I'm purely playing this because of the 4 colours that Saskia is in real life. So, just, 4 colours. Let's just go through the stats. 3-4 for a black, a red, a green, and a blue, white. Nearly said blue. Blue's the only colour missing. Legendary creature, human soldier, vigilance, haste. Saskia, the Unyielding. Against the battlefield, choose a player. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. Yeah, whatever. The combat damage is irrelevant. That's not what we're going for in this challenge. The challenge is all about alternate win conditions. And I am playing this deck because I wanted to play 5 of them. Now I'm expecting most of the people who are building these decks will play 1, maybe 2, and just really hyper focused in on it. I decided I'm going to be greedy and try and go for all of it. So, the ones I've got in that let me win the game, and I've just realised I'm a card missing for some reason. There you go, no we're not. Right, Helix Pinnacle. Green, Shroud, X, put X tower counters on Helix Pinnacle. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 100 or more tower counters on Helix Pinnacle, you win the game. It's going to be fairly hard for someone to remove. It can't be targeted. The only real thing is mass enchantment removal, so have to be aware of that. But unfortunately, all the alternate win conditions bar 1 are either enchantments or artifacts. The next one, Halo Fountain, which you've probably seen kicking around from streets of New Capenna. Basically, I want to get 15 tapped creatures into play somehow, and then use Halo Fountain to untap them all after paying 5 white mana to win the game. Bit of a challenge, but it's a challenge. Epic Struggles next. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more creatures, you win the game. That's probably the easiest one of the ones I'm playing. Well, apart from maybe Reveling Riches. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, create a treasure token. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasures, you win the game. It's fairly straightforward Reveling Riches with some of the cards I've got coming in. But the final one is also a bit of a challenge. Hellkite Tyrant. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all their artifacts that player controls. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. Okay, so there's 5 win conditions that we're going to go with. Now, the plan for this game is we can't win by combat damage. You can't win by commander damage. That's how it's going to be. We've decided that's how it's going to win. Anyone who does try and win that way loses. But you've got to basically pick a win condition and try and go for it. So, give me a second while I just put all this back into mana value so you can see it all properly. So, how are we going to do this? Well, we have ways. Firstly, there is one more win condition that I missed out of that list entirely. I have Mazer's End as well. That's the other win condition. Completely forgot about that being in here until I started going through it. And we have enough different gates that we can make this work in the mana. So there's Black Dragon Gate, Citadel Gate, Cliff Gate. You name a gate, it's probably in here somewhere. Gateway Plaza, Mana Gates, so on and so forth. I have got Orzhov Guild Gate. They're all here. Every guild gate you could ever want. I chucked in Plaza of Harmony just so we could have a bit of life gain if we needed it and a bit of extra colour gain. But there should be enough gates in here to win the game with. I think it just tops out exactly what we need. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, boom, 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 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've got enough gates. So I was just checking. I was having a bit of a panic. Right. Okay, so that's the other win condition. So there's six ways of winning the game. So to get this all supported, we had to go Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, Mana Crypt, and Everflowing Chalice because we need the ramp. And I decided to chuck in Everflowing Chalice. We've also got Mana Vault, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Fellwar Stone, Mind Stone. We need the ramp. We need to make it work. Along with Solemn Sim to go and fetch out the occasional basic land that we may have in the deck. On top of that, we've also got Expedition Map. So I can go and find a land and reveal it and put it in my hand. And it is any land card. So, we could win. We might need some blockers with Field of the Dead if someone's going for a damage-based combo. But I couldn't think of one, which is why I'm not that worried. So we'll see. Right, so to go through the rest of the deck, we've got to work out the ways we're going to make these win conditions I was just talking about. I'll put Mazes End up here now while I'm thinking about it, and all the other ones, just so we've got them over here out of the way. 1 second. Okay, I'm moving all back over now. That's what the pause was for. So I can refer to them as we go through the cards. So Avacyn's Pilgrim helps a bit with Halo Phantom because there's a ramp card. Ancient Grudges to take down anyone else's artifacts they may be playing that may be their win condition, which is fine. I kind of get that. One of the win conditions that I'm expecting to be played is the wonderful artifact that you pay 50 life and deal 50 damage to someone. So, but I have got a way around it, which is why I'm not playing it. But I expect that to appear, hence why I've got Ancient Grudging. Dockside Extortionist, we need treasure tokens. Treasure tokens work really well with Revel of Riches and Hellkite Tyrant. So, more people will be playing enchantments and artifacts I'm expecting. So hopefully these will help with that. Cryptolith Rites in, so we can make our creatures that we play can tap for mana, which helps with the untapping 15 with the Halo Fountain. Farseek's there just for ramp. Prosperous Innkeeper, gain a bit of life if we need to. Also for the treasure token it produces, helps with these two. Rampant Growth, Sylvan Scrying, Arcane Visits, just to go and get land out of our library. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Put it into play. Chaos Warp to disrupt someone else's little combo they may be doing. Cultivate to find some of the basic lands we've got left. Growing Rights, just to go and dig down to some of the creatures. Reclamation Sage as well is in here, just to blow up other stuff. Wood Elves, again, go and find a land. Same with Yavimar Elder. We haven't got that many basic lands, but, it might get them out. Now, I have got Mael's Aria in here. This is technically another win condition, because if you get a creature with power 20 or greater, you win the game. The chances of that happening are really unlikely, but however, if we're putting +1/+1 counters around, gaining the 10 life does get me out of range of some of the other things. I suspect this is why I can include it over here, but I don't really want to because it's more about the life gain side of it, but we'll put it over there for the time being. Academy Manufacturer counts as a artifact for Hellkite. It also means that when we get treasure tokens, we get all the extra tokens that go with it, which means we get to here really quickly. Also helps with the Revel in Riches thing, obviously. Call Cartographer, go and get a Plains card, put it into Battlefield tap. That's lovely. Goes and fetch any type of Plains card. Not that I can find one really quickly. There you go, Savannah. There you go. Leyline of Sanctity is the thing I was talking about. I've got Hexproof. So that means I don't die to anyone trying to do the lose 50 life bit, because they can't target me. So that's why it's in here. Moat, I just chucked in just in case someone does have the great idea of having some win condition that means they have to attack me. So you're going to have to put wherever their win condition is on a flying creature, which makes it a little bit harder. That's why we've got Steimheim Unleashed. So we can get a whole load of tokens. Again, tapping the tokens helps with this, gets a Halo Fountain win maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I've also put Leyline of the Void in because one of the alternate win conditions that I know about is you've got to have so many creatures in your graveyard and then you win the game. So that's gone in just to deal with that problem. Pirate's Pillage, treasure tokens card draw, Maniform Hellkite just to give us some blockers if we need it, and I like having it round. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. Circuitous Route, Explosive Vegetation, go and help us gain more lands out of our library. Likewise, Parallel Lives helps build up the token count as we go along. And also, Circuitous Route really helps when we're trying to do the Mazes End because it goes and gets us a couple of gates as well if we would rather do that. I've put in Wilderness Reclamation just so we can untap all of our land if we need to. So I figure that might help at some stage. I'm not sure where, but what the hell, let's go for it. And Garrick's in as well to untap the lands, and Solomon goes and finds something. If anyone is doing a creature-based style deck, Doomscar, Fumigate help control the board. Natural Reclamation gives me another way to destroy any annoying artifacts or enchantments, and it cascades into something else further down the key, so that's why it's here. Likewise, Nissa's Expedition is just there because if we're going to we needed some way to maybe tap the last few creatures, so we can use them to untap with Halo Fountain. Seedborn Muse, so we can just literally untap everything if we need to, if we need the blockers for some reason, which is unlikely, but it gives us a way around things, you know, because Seedborn Muse and Bootlegger's Stash work really nicely together to create loads and loads of treasure tokens, which means these two cards really go off very quickly. You're probably wondering why I'm talking about, you know, why Epic Struggle's in there. I am getting there. Mirari's Wake to help our mana production. Gilded Lotus just gives a bit of a ramp. Arcane Bombardment's quite nice. We do have quite a few instances of sorceries that, you know, getting multiple copies off may help us in the long run. Like, you know, Brass's Bounty to get all those extra treasure tokens. Old Gnawbones in, just in case we do need to do a little bit of combat damage. Now, I didn't say you couldn't attack, you just can't kill someone with it because they can't lose the game that way. And having Old Gnawbone in to create some extra treasures does help. Woodfall Primus is in, just to blow up anything else my opponents are playing, so that I can actually get my benefit ahead. The final three cards are why we have quite a few of these other things in, like Parallel Lives, and we have Cryptolith, right, and we have Epic Struggling, because they're all instants, well, at instant speed anyway. I know Decree of Justice is technically a sorcery, but you can cycle it instant. They are all extra ways of making us to have tokens. So if we've got Epic Struggling playing, we've got a load of mana. In theory, at the beginning of our opponent, at the end of our previous player's end step, we can make a whole load of tokens and still have the 20 creatures in play to win the game at the beginning of our upkeep, and that's why they're there. So that's the deck. It's a little bit confusing because everyone sees Saskia and goes, what's going on here? But it's going to be fun to play on stream. Oh, I should say it has been fun to play on stream, because by the time you see this video, these games will already happened. However, if you come and follow me on Twitch and come and join in my chat and say, I want to play the alternate challenge deck, the next game that will go up will be the alternate challenge game, and we will have a game and you can try your own alternate win con deck out against mine. I'm more than happy for that to happen at any time for anyone who subscribes on YouTube or comes and follows me on Twitch. So that's it. Thanks for listening to the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It might give you some new ideas to play around in your gameplay as you're going along. You could add blue in. I did start this as 5 colours. There are some good things that will help you out in blue still, but I couldn't find any really good alternate win conditions in blue apart from Triskaidekaphobia and so on and so forth, and they were just like, nah, not into that. So that's why I went this way. But you know, there are more alternate win conditions out there that you could use, so feel free, let me know in the comments down below how you do it, and hopefully I'll see you on Twitch soon. Take care, see ya.